All right, Hare Krishna. So welcome, all devotees. Today is December 7th. Okay, December 7th, and on this auspicious day, we have gathered here to discuss on Bhagavad Gita on chapter chapter 11, text 5 onwards. Okay, so before we start, let's do our pranam. So please meditate that you have a spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, all in front of you, and offer a flower while we are reciting this mantra. All right. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidamina Bhutali Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaita Savaduta Parajana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha Namavum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasa Chetisatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshapanavi Devi Daitai Kripabdaya Krishna Sambandha Vignana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jola Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namasute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtai Dinatarine Rupanuga Virda Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtai Vipralambra Sambode Padam Pujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupai Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virba Bhumestam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhama Sri Jagannatha Yate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prima Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Jaitam Suratau Pangur Mama Manda Matirgati Mat Sarvasva Padam Bojav Radha Madana Mohanao Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimad Ratnagar Simhasanasdo Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishtali Bhi Sevi Manosmarami Srimandasara Sarambi Vamsivata Tatastista Karshan Venus Vanir Gopir Gopinata Yesri Estuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashari Guru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirai Nasta Prayesu Abhidresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavata Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Okay. So we going to continue. We're going to continue from text chapter 10. Okay, so in this universal form, we have studied last week. What we have studied, that Arjuna was inquisitive to find out how that Krishna in his localized aspect, that he enters into every living being, how he enters into the universe, how he enters into everything. So he was so curious, and he asked Krishna to show that universal form. But here also, we also have studied that this is not because he was suspicious or about what Krishna have told, but the actual reason why he asked to see the universal form is to convince us, the readers, who are especially on an atheistic background, or the one who who claims themselves as God. So these are some of the tips that given in this chapter 11. All right. So for that reason, to prevent all these and also to protect the devotees from getting diverted or to fall into the trap, okay, the illusion. Because to have bhakti, it is not something which is happen by chance. Okay, it is something that very rare opportunity that we have got. That is all because due to our previous birth karma, what good deeds that we have done, or through some association with the devotee, or we should have. I mean, I always tell myself, I might be the worm in the drain, and someone should have dropped a prasadam there. All right, just like just a drop of prasadam. If any ant, worms, or any kind of living entity, even a fly come and sits on it, it's guaranteed that his next birth he'll become a human being, and there's a high chance of him to start off bhakti. Okay, so we have 6 senses. Okay, we have 6 senses. Example, if we example, like for instance, when we are given something, all right, especially say like, okay, I see a homeless person, okay, homeless man, you know, right, the one who doesn't have house, sleeps on the street, and I call one homeless man, I say, hey, I got an apartment, why not you come and stay in that apartment? Okay, why not you come and stay there, and you do not need to stay on the road. Okay, you come and stay in the apartment. So after I offer the apartment on goodwill, because I feel like I want to give the person a good life, good opportunity, so he doesn't need to stay in the street. So that time, what happened? So after I give him, after I offer him a apartment, but he refused to move into that apartment. I've given him the key. I've given him all comfort. He doesn't need to pay rent. He just need to come there and stay. But despite all this opportunity and all these facilities that I've created for him, yet he still doesn't want to come and take up that opportunity. He still prefer to stay on the street. Okay. So after some time, I persuade him, come on, why are you still staying in the street? Since I've given you a very comfortable place, go and stay, go and stay, go and stay. After some time, what will I do if you refuse to stay there? What usually a sane man will do? Any idea? Anyone? If you give something to someone and that person doesn't utilize, what usually you'll do? Hello? Knock, knock.
You'll take back?
Yes, we will take it back. That's what they call, that is logic, right? That's common sense. If I give something to someone and the person doesn't utilize it, eventually I'll just go back and say, since you're not using it, let me take it back. So I will take back what I have given him. Similarly, Krishna have given us 6 senses. All right, 6 senses. We evolved from animal. All right. What are the 3 main animals that evolved according to the Shastra? From the cow, from the tiger, and also from the monkey. Okay, so that means if we evolve from cow, usually the person will be in the mode of goodness. If we evolve from tiger, we will be in the mode of passion. And if we evolve from monkey, we will be in the mode of ignorance. Okay, the 3 modes of material nature, we will discuss in the following chapter in detail. But the thing is now, when we are not utilizing our 6th sense, formerly we had 5 senses. The animal has 5 senses. Now we have 6 senses. And we should utilize our 6th sense to identify the mystery of our existence. All right. Why am I here? What is my goal in life? Okay. Why people suffer? Why, when we born, sometimes we used to think when we were young, we were so carefree, we were happily running around. Why that carefree situation was so temporary? All right. Then after that, we were forced to go into school. Then after that, we went to school. We had a beautiful moment with teachers, friends, and everything, had a good time. Then after that, we evolved. We went into college. After we go to the college, then after that, we come out. we think about getting a job. After you get a job, then after that, we think about getting married. And after we get married, we think about having children. And after having children, we start to see the children growing up. When we start to see the children growing up, we see ourselves getting old. Then after that, as we get older and older and older, as we start aging, one by one, things in the body start to deteriorate. Okay, formerly I was a hockey player, and I was a very ardent sportsman. I'm a lifeguard. I'm a water polo player for school. And I've been also qualifying for badminton for the state. All these kind of things. I thought that I'm the most healthiest man. But now my two knees are giving way. So now I need to depend on the socks. And they asked me to take glucosamine or some kind of things. But what to do? All these contains beef, gelatin, and I'm looking at a veggie cat. But whatever it is said and done, what is happening is body is deteriorating. Now I start to see my hair, my everything's turning white. Right? So sometimes we just think back when I see that children play in the playground, so nice. Sometimes when I see a person can squat down and get up, I feel, wow. I never thought about it, but now I'm thinking about it because I squat down, I cannot get up. If I get up, I cannot squat down. So I would struggle to get up. So things are happening that way. And despite all this, when we still don't realize why all these things happening. So eventually, out of our, when the time that we are least expected, suddenly we give up the body. All right. Suddenly we give up the body. So once we die, so what the nature says, if you are not utilizing the sixth sense, I've given you a good ample time of 60 years, 70 years, 80 years to think about who you are, and yet you still didn't want to utilize it. You still maintain on your fifth senses, and you misuse the sixth sense in manipulating, in creating this kind of business ventures, manipulation, speculation, that you are not fully utilizing it. You are not inquisitive. Some may say, well, it's not fair because it's like some people, we do not have the opportunity. But the basic needs to trigger our intelligence is being inquisitive. Yeah, கேள்வி கேட்கணும். கேள்வி கேட்கிறது வந்து it is knowledge. Okay, because நம்ம daily கேள்வி கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கோம். காலைல எந்திரிச்சோன்னா, how are you? All right, hi, good morning, how are you? Okay, children பார்த்துட்டு, how are you doing? Our school போகும்போது, how are you? Have you eaten? Have you taken your breakfast? Are you okay? Then we go to the shop. How much is this? Okay. When I go to my office, I ask my staff, I say, have you done your job? Have you done the presentation? Every day we asking question. But the most ultimate question we should ask, why am I here? Is there something beyond this? Is there something that beyond our conception? So like this, so it's very rare. Despite we have seen so many highly educated people, the material education is not a benchmark to make a person to say that he is very intellectual or is advanced. Everyone in Kali Yuga thinks the same thing. I think it's mentioned in chapter Canto 12, the description of Kali Yuga. Everyone is start to measure of his greatness and his greatness and also his success based on what? Sorry for the lead. Oh, okay, no problem. So all these are based on all these we are based on the amount of money we have accumulated, the amount of wealth we have accumulated. So nowadays we are known as the advanced people if we are rich. Okay, it doesn't matter what business we do, as long as we are rich, we are very wealthy, we are called upon. Sometimes you can see even in temple, a crook or rogue or something like that, who is a big time crook, a rotten politician, will be called in front and put talapa, they'll ask you to go around the temple, despite being him as a very nasty person. So nowadays, those days is all that not counted. They say the intellectuals, but nowadays in Kali Yuga, money. So when we do not utilize these kind of things, so what Krishna does, never mind, I've given you the opportunity for you to utilize it, and since you do not want to utilize it, what is the next thing I should do? Take it away. So we go back to animal kingdom. We are back to animal kingdom. By the same time, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if a person who do this even once, there's no loss or diminution. In this word, I can be a great teacher. right? I can be a lecturer, I can be an economist, I can be a stock market expert, whatever it is. But next birth, if I born again, I have to still start back from kindergarten. I have to learn ABC. I have to start from kindergarten, listing. All right. If this birth, if I'm a doctor, not necessarily next birth, I'll become a doctor. I have to start all over again. But this birth, that whatever activities that we have done, a little activities, okay, in Krishna consciousness, we will continue where we stop. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there's no loss or diminution. So, what I'm trying to tell you here is, chapter 11 basically is a chapter that once we master the chapter, once we understand what Arjuna is trying to say, it will protect us from all bogus philosophy out there. Why we call it bogus? Cheating philosophy. Why? Because it took us so much of effort. Even you can put all the effort in the world, but it's not possible for you to get Krishna. It's very rare opportunity. It is so rare for us to get Krishna, for us to get the opportunity to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, all right, to be linked in this Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. Okay, and especially under Srila Prabhupada's banner. It's very rare. Prabhupada have created this opportunity in every town and village. Even in Malaysia alone, you see, which place we don't have Hare Krishna? Terengganu, Kelantan. Other than that, we have Hare Krishna movement, society, or whatever its influence in every town. When you look at Ipoh, Perak, we have in Teluk Intan, we have in Teluk Intan, we have in what they call Setiawan, we have in Sungai Siput and Ipoh. When you look at KL, we have in Taman Yal, we have in Puchong. There's so many places around. Bahau, just name it. In Penang, we have in Todu. In island itself, we have in Glugor, we have in Botanical. All right. So there is so many places, BM, Bukit Mertajam, all scattered. So somehow or other, whatever centers that we have, it is within 1 hour driving. It's within 1 hour, you can reach the nearest Hare Krishna center. That's the opportunity that Prabhupada have created every town and village. So in this chapter, so once we understand this.
Prabhu,
okay.
Can I interfere a bit, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
Yeah, you have a center in Puchong, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. They have a Namahat.
I know, I tried, nobody says, they told me till now, Prabhu.
You asked who, Prabhu?
I asked so many other devotees, Prabhu, in KL itself, Prabhu.
Oh, really, yeah? But you must understand, Puchong is big, huh?
Yeah, very big. I'm saying in Puchong, Prabhu.
Okay, Rati Gopika and the husband Rasa Prayan is in Puchong, Prabhu.
So can I have that?
I will get for you the contact.
I'm sorry for disturbing you, Prabhu.
No problem. Yeah, they have it in Puchong.
Yeah.
They have a Namahat center in Puchong.
Yeah.
And but I'm not sure which part of Puchong.
That I can find out. Prabhu.
Yes, can.
Sorry for talking you, Prabhu.
No problem, Prabhu. No problem. Oh, then, so that is that opportunity that we have. Prabhupada have created in every town and village. So after get to know all these things, sometimes, we can get carried. That means there's, okay, what I'm saying is there's so many bogus philosophy out there. All right. Example, Krishna is formless. Okay. The person inside Krishna speaking to the person inside Arjuna. Okay. And God has no form. God is light. Jodi, 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 Suyam. Jodi, 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 Arul. There's no God. The God is light. All right. And then and another thing is like, we have seen so many imposters. In Kali Yuga, it's predicted that so many imposters will come and divert our bhakti. Okay, we have so many gurus. All right. They don't stop there as being a guru, as a guide, but they go one step further and claim themselves as God. We have gurus who are in coat suit. We have a gurus who owns a plane flying around. All these kind of bogus. And not only that, they also claim themselves as God. That is the best thing. So this is the place that once we understand chapter 11, we can inquire. All right. For instance, they say, well, the person inside Krishna is speaking to the person inside Arjuna. But why that person inside Krishna need to reveal the form which is which is huge and big. That's why they call universal form. How can the spirit or the light inside can show the form? So this is a proof that Krishna is form. He has a form. All right. And he's ghastly. And he shows all kinds. That means why Krishna shows a very ghastly form? Why Arjuna will be very afraid? When Arjuna sees that form of Krishna, he'll get so worried and he gets so afraid. Please say, please, Krishna, enough. Krishna, Arjuna will be trembling. A great warrior, fearless warrior will be trembling, and he says, please stop it. Please come back to your 400 form. And come back. Then after that, come back to 200 form. Please, I can't see this. I can't bear this anymore. Right? So all that, why do Krishna need to show the ghastly form? Because this material, the external energy of Krishna is very ghastly. The material, the external energy of Krishna, the material energy is very scary, ghastly. That's why you see that Durga, Mother Durga, she has a very ghastly form. The Mother Durga is the superintendent of this material world. That's why they call it Durga Dham. So ghastly, so dangerous, so scary, right? That's why we are not only fearful, but it's very scary. In every step, we are scared, right? We have threefold of misery, and people are some or other targeting us and torturing us. So this is a very important topic. Okay, not only that, Arjuna also will be saying, Krishna also says, please see what's going to happen in the future. So here, Arjuna also saw future. That means future means until that time of dissolution, where the entire universe is going to be destroyed. He have seen everything. So if you have seen that, what else he should have seen? He should have seen the whole world will be dancing in jubilant, chanting the holy name of Krishna. The future that Arjuna saw, the future where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, all the great acharyas appeared, and definitely you have seen Srila Prabhupada went to the land of Chandala or Malicha. Malicha means the meat eaters, and also the fallen Mala Icha. That means the out of the system. He went to the land of Chandalas and went to the land of Malicha and made them pure Brahmana. All these he have seen. All right. So this is a very beautiful topic. So now, we have already discussed until chapter 4. So what we have discussed until chapter 4 was that Arjuna wanted to see that universal form, not for the sake of his curiosity, but for the sake of the future reader, especially in the Kali Yuga, that how he can protect himself. But the question is, how do Arjuna knows? How do Arjuna know that future all this is going to happen? But this is what Krishna in the heart in the heart of this thing, he have triggered Arjuna to ask all these questions. So Krishna can re-establish the Bhagavad Gita Dharma again. Okay. So in the Prabhupada says that this is some of the questions which is very important that Arjuna asked for the sake of us. Okay. All right. Now let's look at these. Okay. What's happening here? You all can see the screen, huh?
Clear, very clear.
Okay, let's look at, okay. So this is where we stopped last week. So last week, let's just a recap. One second. Okay. So last week, what did Krishna say? Arjuna said, if you think that I am able, yes?
You can go to open my house.
You got to put a pin.
Yes, I never tell.
Okay. So Arjuna is saying, if you think that I'm able to behold your cosmic form, all right, what he asked for the cosmic form. So the cosmic form means the form of this cosmology, all right? Oh my Lord, master of all mystic power. then kindly show me the unlimited universal form. That was his request. So now we're going to do text 5. Okay, in text 5, okay. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Satashota Sahasrasha Nana Viddani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. All right. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashya. Okay. Sha. Shampoo. Pashyame Partha Rupani. Okay. This end. The tongue put in the middle. Ne. Rupani. Satasho. Satasho. Okay, there's apostrophe. There's a silent A there. So Satashota Sahasrasha. Nana. Nana. Vidani. Divyani. Okay, make sure the A and the sound A is very important. Nana. Varna. Kritini cha. Varna. Varna. Kritini cha. Okay. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Satashota Sahasrasha Nana Viddani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Satashota Sahasrasha Nana Viddani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Satchashota Sahasrasha Nana Viddani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. Okay, who want to try?
Yeah,
Prabhu, can I try?
Yeah, please try.
Then after Prabhu.
Prabhu, you can, Prabhu. You go, Prabhu.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Sadaso Ta Sahasrasa Nana Vidani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha.
Okay, nice. Next, Itigash.
Sri Bhagava Uvacha Pasha me Partha Rupani Sattashota Saraja Nana Vidyani Divyani Nana Varhakrastani Cha.
All right, good. Another one more person. Tachani Mataji. Charana Sevini Mataji. Oh, Hare Krishna, welcome.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pasyame Phata Rupani Satasoita Suharsaha Nana Vidani Divyani Nana Varnakartini Cha. I didn't respect Prabhu, sorry.
No problem, no problem. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Pashyame Partha Rupani Shatashota Sahasrasha Nana Viddani Divyani Nana Varna Kritini Cha. Hey, why this thing so fast? All right. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Pashya, just see me, my, Partha, O son of Pratha, Rupani, forms, Shatasha, hundreds, Ata, also, Sahasrasha, thousands, Nana Viddani, variegated, Divyani, divine, Nana, variegated, Varna, color, Akritini, forms, Cha, also. Okay, the translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namo Vishnu Padai Krishna Putri Shri Jayapataka Suntinami Namacharya Padai Nitai Kripa Pradai Garakata Damadaya Nagara Gramatarini. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my opulence, hundreds of thousands of varied divine and multicolored forms. So Krishna says forms. That means Akritini. Akritini means forms. So how do Mayavadi can interpret here? You know, that means what Akritini they should have given as different kind of understanding. Okay, that's why Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. So now let's look at the puppet. Okay, it's a small puppet. Okay, so here, let's see. Okay, so Arjuna, what do Arjuna say? Wanted to see Krishna in his universal form. Okay, he wanted to see Krishna. Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form. Okay, which is although a transcendental. That means although. That means although nana transcendental irundalum. Divyamana udal irundalum. Okay, although a transcendental form is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation. Okay, it is just manifested. That means it just created for the cosmic manifestation. In the prapanjathukkaga adu vandu kaamikkapattadu. All right, and therefore adinal this is subject to the temporary time of this material nature. Okay, so that means temporary time for the material nature means what? That means as long as the material nature is there, the form is there. It's only a temporary for the material nature. So as the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non-manifested. You all get me? All right. So we have to understand this very nicely. It is not eternally situated. That means this is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky. Okay. Okay. Eternally situated. That means what we have here. Okay. Do you know the how the thing set up? I just give you a brief. All right. So that means here okay. Okay, anyway. Okay, first of all, this is one place called all right. So this is one area. It's called huge. Okay. This is called Goloka Vrindavan. Okay. And the place below Goloka Vrindavan, below one step below Goloka, all right, this area is called as spiritual sky. All right. So what is spiritual sky? These are the all. In other words, it's also called as the Vaikunta. Okay. In this Vaikunta, there are millions and millions of settlement. Okay. This is Goloka, where is a place where Krishna resides. So, and this is a spiritual sky, Vaikunta. In this Vaikunta planet, what we can see? We can see millions and millions of okay. We can see millions and millions of planets. Like this, there are so many planets. And who reside in this planet? All the form of Krishna. That means like Narasimha, Ramachandra, Right? All like these got millions and millions and forms. Okay? Millions of forms. And below this form, okay, below the Vaikunta planet, there's a border. Okay, there's a border. And in this border, okay, let me get the pen. Where's the pen? Okay. So in this border, there's a huge river. All right, there's a huge river. Oops. Oh, it's disappearing. Okay. There's a huge river. Okay. And what we call this river? Anyone got any idea?
Vrija.
Huh?
Vrija river.
Vraja?
Yeah.
Vraja?
Vrija river.
How you spell?
VRAJA. VRAJA.
Vraja, Vraja.
Vrija.
Okay, I heard Viraja. Okay.
Sorry.
Vraja river. So this Vraja river, it is the border. Okay, this is the Vraja river is the border between the spiritual sky and the local. All right. So after Vraja river, okay, example now, here we can see. All right. So here we can see Vraja river. Okay. So Vraja. Okay. So here see river Vraja. All right. This is the Vraja river. This is the border. And what is below the Vraja river? Below the Vraja river, we start to see. Okay. So this is the place we call as. All right. This is the area is called as Mahesh Dam. All right. Mahesh Dam, place of what they call Lord Shiva. So which Shiva stays here? The Shiva that stays here is Sadasiva. All right. Mahesh Dam. So in this Mahesh Dam, there's a many layers. All right. The ultimate, the last one is false ego. Okay, this is very detailed. Okay, I don't go into that. All right. Then below that, we have below the Mahesh Dam. Okay, we have the Devi Dam. Okay, this is the place. All right, and we are here. See, here is called Devi Dam. Okay, the place of Mother Durga, Devi Dam. And in this huge Devi Dam, we are stuck somewhere in the horizon. We are somewhere so tiny in this horizon. Right? We are somewhere there in the horizon. All right. So, but in this Devi Dam, there's a place. There's also a place here called, all right, there's one place here. We call it as the what place that? Dhruva, what they call? Dhruva, the place where Dhruva Maharaj stays. What do you call that? Sweta Dweep. Okay. This area we call as Sweta Dweep. Sweta Dweep. Right? It's an island. Okay. What is Sweta Dweep Island means? In this Sweta Dweep Island is a place where Lord Kshirodakshai Vishnu is staying. Kshirodakshai Vishnu means the Vishnu that stays in your heart, stays in every atom. Right? It's a localized planetary, it lives there. So, this place from here only all these avatar appears. Like for instance, Narasingha, Ramachandra and all this. So whenever there's a problem, all the devatas will go there and ask for his help. He will come down to help. So even though these lives in this material plane, Devi Dam, but yet this area is still considered as spiritual. This area is still considered as spiritual, even though it is in material world. You all understand? Any question? Are you following? Okay.
Yeah,
all good?
good. All good.
All right. So when we see here, so this is what Prabhupada is explaining here. Okay. This is what Prabhupada is explaining here. That what he says, that universal form of Krishna manifest. Okay. In this, it is not eternally situated in spiritual sky. Now you all understand? Like Krishna's other forms. Okay, what is spiritual sky? Can anyone tell me?
Tripatiburi.
Yeah, but what is there another term? In a low, in a huh?
Vaikuntha.
Vaikunta, yes. That is Vaikunta. So Vaikunta, that means all that's they're called spiritual sky. Okay, that's why Krishna says it is not eternal, situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna, like Krishna's other form. Like all the others, Krishna's other form lives there, lives eternal. That means it's all what they call spiritual, it's eternally situated. But this what they call the form of this Krishna in this what they call in this universal form, it is not, it's temporary. So as far as devotee concerned, now this is very important. As far as a devotee is concerned, so that means we are all a devotee of Krishna. As far as we are concerned, he is not eager to see that universal form. All right, we are not eager to see that universal form. Why? Can anyone just tell me why? Logically. Any idea?
Because we always want to see the two-handed form of Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay, that's one. The another reason why why the devotees are usually not interested in universal form.
As you said, this is ghastly, Prabhu.
Ghastly is yes. Okay, that's ghastly. And another
And
reason,
further,
yes.
it's not eternal.
Yes, because it's material and it's not eternal. This is the form of Krishna in the material form. You all understand? So that means this cosmic form, the universal form, it is a material form. Because he is showing off all that material opulence, fire, air, water, ether, mode of goodness, mode of passion, right? The devatas, 33 million devatas. And what is their duty? All right? You can see, in the form, there's a drawing. You can see the face of Ganesh. You can see Lord Shiva. You can see all varieties of form. And it's keep on going. It's so eternal. It's not only in this planet and also with all the other planets. Okay. But because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in that way, in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by an ordinary man. Krishna must give the power to see it. Because as you see, that this form has as effulgent as 10 million suns rise at the same time. One sun itself we cannot tahan. Imagine that bright. Okay. So now let's look at text 6. So what text is Krishna says? Pashyadityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutastata bahunya drishta purvani pasyascharani bharata. Pashya, see, Adityan, the 12 sons of Aditi, Vasun, the 8 forms, Rudran, the 11 forms of Rudra, Ashvinau, the 2 Ashvinis, Marutas, the 49 Maruts, demigods of the wind, Tata, also Bahuni, many, Adrishta, that you have not seen, Purvani before, Pashya, see, Ashcharyani, all the wondrous, Bharata, the best of Bharata. So here says, oh, best of Bharatas, see here the different manifestation of Adityas. The manifestation of Vasus. Okay. Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all the other demigods. Behold, the many wonderful things which is no one has ever seen or heard of before. Okay. When we see this kind of a different manifestation, what like Adityan, Aditi, Rudran, the 11 forms. Okay, Rudra got 11 forms. And one of the form of Rudra is Hanuman. All right. Vasus, the 8 Vasus. Okay. There are 8 Vasu. So one of the Vasu, the 8th Vasu is Bhishma. All right. Because when Bhishma Dev, when all the 8 Vasus will go and try to steal what they call Surabhi cow from Rishi.
Kamadenu.
Kamadenu cow from the Rishi, and the Rishi found out. Huh?
Vasistha Muni.
Vasistha. Right. So he tried to steal from the Vasistha. What happened? Vasistha will curse. Right. But after that they say, oh, okay. But after that, Vasistha they beg for mercy. But Vasistha said, never mind. All of you were complot. You all born as a human being, die immediately and come back. But these flow would touch that cow, you stay there forever until you choose to die. Right? That is how the 8 children. All right. When the Maharaj, what they call
Santanu.
Santanu Maharaj married Ganga. All right. When he went into that jungle, he saw Ganga. He fell in love with Ganga, and he wanted to marry Ganga. And he told Ganga, look here, I want to marry you. He said, okay, you can marry me, because he was so mesmerized with the beauty. She was so extremely beautiful. But he said, under one condition. Say, what is that? Do not ask me question. Do not ask why. I do anything I like, but you do not ask me why. But he was in so much of lust. He was carried away. Then after that, what he did, he said, okay, whatever, darling, you say, it's okay, I'm willing to do. He had a first child. Then she immediately threw into the river, Ganga. And he got a shock. You want to ask? Oh, no, cannot ask. Then she'll run away. Like that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When the 8th child born, he cannot handle it. He said, hey, you stop. Why are you throwing the child into the river? Why are you killing? What kind of woman are you? Are you a mother? That's when she told, no, you have already asked me the question, my dear king. For that reason, I'm going to leave you. Number 1. And what's number 2? But let me tell you what happened. These are the Vasus. They went and stole a cow and they were cursed. So the 7 they got the what they call they have what they call lenience. Okay, they have clemency. They have a clemency that whenever they die and immediately they come back. But this one particular boy, they will remain there with you. All right. So anyway, I'll take the child with me. I'll send to this what they call Parasuram, and get him trained well with all this military art, and I'll get back and give it back to you. All right. So that's when that's how the Bhishma story. All right. So Rudras, we know, got 11, 8 Rudras. No, 11 Rudras. Ashwini Kumaras, it has one specific form in the body of a human being, right? And all the other devatas. All right. Behold many wonderful things which is no one has seen it. Okay. So even though Arjuna was a personal friend of Krishna, the most advanced of learned men, it was still not possible for him to know everything about Krishna. Here it is stated that human have neither heard nor known of all these forms and manifestation. Now Krishna revealed this wonderful form. So when you want to know about all these, it's mentioned in 2nd canto of Bhagavatam. So if those are reading, please go through it. All right, text 7. Ihaikastang jagat krishnang pashyadya characharam mama dehe gudakesha yachanya drastum ichasi. Right? Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold advance in this body of mine. Can you imagine what Krishna is saying? Here itself, Krishna is again revealing his opulence. Whatever that you want to see, everything is inside this body. Okay. So actually, when we see Krishna is the root, okay, when we start to engage in devotional service, see, in life, we are indebted with so many people. We are indebted with our parents. We are indebted with these nurses who took care of us. We are indebted with this Mother Earth who take care of us. We are indebted with Mother Cow. We are indebted with varieties of devatas. All right? Like that, we have so many debts. Okay? And as a human being, we have to repay them. All right? Nothing is free in this world. We think, okay, in this material, of course, we pay tax, GST, and whatever nonsense we are paying. But it's not only that. Even for us to sustain, even for us to breathe the air, how many types? 40 types of wind. Okay, prana, vayu, right? Like that, got 40 types of winds, taufan, and all these kind of winds, right? So how are we going to pay the debts? Without paying the debts, we can never go away from here, right? We owe all these people, and we have to pay some kind of tax. But what Krishna says, but what in Bhakti Yoga says, when we offer our obeisance, when we start to worship Krishna, when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when we engage in loving devotional service, we do not owe anyone. All our debt that we have accumulated for millions and trillions of births, or time immemorial, we have taken birth, everything is considered paid. Waived. They are putting you in such a severe depths. Why? Because Krishna wants you eventually to surrender to him. Okay. So, okay. So now, this is that whatever you wish to see beyond at once is all in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever now you desire to see. Whatever you may want to see in the future. This is the best part. Whatever you may want to see in the future. All right. So definitely Arjuna want to see the future, because since he's so inquisitive to know how he looks, but definitely everybody would like to see future, right? That's why we are going and meeting. That's why we are going and meeting up with this astrologer. We are also like to go and see Bomo. We always like to go and see many varieties of person who can some or other see the future, like palmist tree, right? Or this with the crystal bowl. I can see the future. Everybody wants so curious to see the future. Okay. But one thing is assured in the future. Since everybody wants to see the future, but one thing is guaranteed. Okay. Some people say, Prabhu, do you know anyone who can see my future? Yes. There's one thing is guaranteed in future. What is it? You'll die. And he got a shock. Said, why you need to talk about that? Because that is the fact. That is the fact that everyone can foresee. The death will come. But other than that, everything else, it can be, it's a sonia, it's the way towards death. Just like how the river helplessly carries the leaf. Okay, the river has a source. The river will start from some kind of source in somewhere in the mountains, and it flows down. So where is the ultimate destination? It goes left, it goes right, it goes through town, it goes through village, it goes through forest, it goes everywhere, left, right, up, down. Then after they dive down, and after they get stuck in a pool. Then after that rains again, then overflow. Then after that it follows up everywhere. But where all end up? In the ocean. So whatever things that we do, ultimately going to end in death. All right. As what I've said last week, why sometimes people always talk negative thing about death, because that's a fact, and this is a serious matter. Death is very serious business. That's why we have to stick up, because you all are in 11th chapter. So in 11th chapter, you have already seen from chapter 1 to chapter 10. Right, from the beginning when Arjuna was so confused. Then after that, go to Karma Yoga. Then all the explanation you have seen, Gita summarized Karma Yoga. Then after that, chapter 5 again Karma Yoga. Then after that, you go into the confidence. You have passed through. So when you are in 11th chapter now, it has to be assumed that all of you have taken up or agreeing to take up this bhakti seriously. It's no longer a joke here, because when you start, just relax. But now you're in 11th chapter. And now you are seeing what Arjuna wanted to see. And this is a revelation for all of you. So you have to take this very seriously. So here, as what we say, we all like to see the future. So now Arjuna also said, what do you want to see in the future? All right? Everything moving and non-moving is here, completely in one place. So that means whatever sees, definitely Krishna, Arjuna should have seen the Harinam Sankirtan, the whole Hare Krishna revolution, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, everything. We later will see in Bhagavad Gita. All right? Okay, anyway. So, no one can see the entire universe while sitting in one place. Okay? Even the most advanced scientists cannot see what is going on in the other part of the universe. But a devotee like Arjuna can see everything that exists in any part of the universe. Okay? Exists in any part. So what we can understand from here, exists in any part of the universe. So Krishna not only revealed the form from this universe, but he also reveals everything that from every universe, every varieties. Right? Krishna gives him the power to see anything he wants to see, past, present, and future. Thus, by the mercy of Krishna, Arjuna is able to see everything. Okay? Okay. Now, na tu mang shakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyang dadami te chakshu pashya me yogam aishwaram. Na, never, tu, but mom, me. Shakyase are able drashtum to see. Anena, with this, eva, certainly, svachakshusha, your own eyes. Alright? Divyam, divine. Dadami, I give te to you. Chakshu, eyes. Pashya, see me, my. Yogam, Aishwaram. Inconceivable, mystic. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Right? What do you call that? Sva Chakshusha. I mean, sorry, divine. That means Divyam Chakshu, eyes. So he started giving him a divine eyes. Okay, my internet not stable. Is it okay? You all can hear me? Okay. So you see, therefore I give you the divine eyes. And from these divine eyes, then after that Krishna says, behold my mystic opulence. So when he says, behold my mystic opulence, that means he's going to show the opulence, the mystic opulence. Yogam Aishwaram, inconceivable mystical power, mystic power. A bit lagging. Okay, am I still lagging now? Is it okay, clear?
Quite clear, Prabhu.
Clear?
Very, very clear.
All right, okay. Okay. So now, let's look at this purport. A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with his two hands. That is what the pure devotee is all about. Okay. So, when we start to understand Krishna, so pure devotee, okay, what does that mean, pure devotee? A devotee who has purified their intelligence, purified their mind, and purified their false ego. That means now they start to have the real ego. And how the purification starts? By purifying, because when you see, our mind, intelligence, and ego is a subtle body which we cannot see. We only can feel. Just like the wind, I can't see, but I can feel. Right? So similarly, the subtle things we cannot see, but can be felt. Suddenly, suddenly people call me a fool. I say, how dare you to call me a fool? You know, who am I? False ego is there already. So okay. So, to purify that, we need to have this indriyani. That means we have to have this, what they call the gross body. I can see the gross body. 5 working senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 working senses. And what is the other 5? The body is made of 5 elements. Total 20 plus 1. Okay. So we have all these things. So that means what we need to do, we need to use our indriyani. That means we need to use to off all these senses, and we have to practice bhakti yoga. And through that practicing using these material senses, our subtle senses will start to purify. Right? Our mind, our intelligence, our ego will start to purify. And that purification will eventually bring a person to become a pure devotee of the Lord. But the question is, can anyone become a pure devotee? Can anybody become a pure devotee despite of his birth? He can be born into the lowest of the lowest of the lowest chandala or man-eater, rakshasa, a cannibal. Right? He can come from any kind of background, but can this person become a pure devotee of the Lord? The answer is yes. So the answer is how? When they surrender unto a Vaishnava, unto a Guru, they have to take up the purification ceremony of chanting the holy name. So when we chant the holy name of the Lord, some or other, all our anarthas, all our inauspicious things will start to leave our body. Right? Suddenly you get a higher taste, you do not feel like eating non-vegetarian anymore. Then after that you become vegetarian, then further, then you don't feel like eating onion and garlic anymore. Then after that you chant further, when you start, when your tongue is even get purified, you don't even want to take this vegetarian mutton, vegetarian chicken, the artificial things anymore. You will go into sattvic. Then you go further, then suddenly you feel like only listen to Krishna story. Then you feel like going to temple. That means you start to have this kind of, so when this kind of development happen through this, our indriyani, that means our material body, material sense, through that, we purify ourselves. And of course, we learn a lot of books, like all the varieties of Prabhupada's book. Okay, start with Bhagavad Gita, then continue with Srimad Bhagavatam, then ultimately Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those who have not started, please do it fast. Then, of course, there's a lot of other Goswami's book like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Raghunath, right? All kind of Goswami's books is now getting translated, right? The Bhajana Rahasya, all these beautiful, wonderful books are coming out. Okay, I strongly recommend all of you to do Bhajana Rahasya. Okay, Bhajana Rahasya is a book whereby Bhakti Vinod Thakur explains the what they call Shikshastakam. Beautiful and jaw-dropping. You read that book, you will be like floating. Okay, now good news is Bhakti Vidyalaya University, all right? ISKCON Bhakti Vidyalaya University is now offering this course. Okay, Bhajana Rahasya. If you can, please join that course. Maybe later I will share in the WhatsApp group. Do not miss this Bhajana Rahasya by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. It's beautiful. All right. So by that, when I go through the book, when I went through, there's some audio, my amazing book. Right. So when we this kind of feel, that means once we start to do this, then we become a pure devotee. So once a person becomes pure devotee, when his senses are all fully satisfied, all right, when the senses are fully satisfied, when everything is fully satisfied, we do not want to see any other form of Krishna except the two-hand form of Krishna with three banga, where when you fold in 3 times. All right, that's why I used to say when you chant Hare Krishna, you say Hare Krishna, look at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, look at the hip of Krishna. Hare Rama, look at the chest of Krishna. Rama, Hare Hare, look at the face of Krishna. So this is the things that recommended in this, what they call Bhajana Rahasya. Okay, so once a person becomes a pure devotee, he is not attracted to any other form. He's not attracted in the form of like other explain like Narasinghadev, Ramachandra, or this whatever other forms of Vishnu, right? Like Perumal, Narayana. He only attract, just like how Hanuman is only attracted to the form of Ramachandra. He doesn't recognize anybody. He only know Ramachandra and don't know anybody else. Right? So that's the thing. So that's the thing when you become a pure devotee. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind, but his vision. He was told not to change his mind, but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. It's not very important. That will clear in subsequent verse. Okay, in the following verse, you'll know why. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see, the Lord gives him the particular vision required to see that universal form. Devotee who are correctly situated in transcendental relation. That means the devotee who are correctly situated. Right? So we are all getting situated. Right? Some or other, it's like a taburan, you know. We are all getting situated. But as we get advanced with the association of a devotee, we are getting correctly situated in this form. All right. So it's a okay. With Krishna, okay. So the devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relation with Krishna are attracted by loving features. They are attracted by the loving feature, not by a godless display of opulence. The playmates of Krishna means the gopis. The friends of Krishna, the Gopals, the parents of Krishna, never want Krishna to show his opulence. They are not interested in his opulence. Okay, they are not interested. All right. I think in Bhajana Rahasya, I think when someone come and ask Mother Radharani about his Krishna in opulence, he say, I don't care who is he. Do you know he's God? I say, who cares? I don't care whether he's God or what. For me, he's my lover. They are not even bothered that he's a God. So it's a kind of illusion. That means it's just like how we are in Maya, we are in Mahamaya, but they are in Yoga Maya. Krishna arranged everything beautiful. They're not bothered. When Krishna was having a headache, he told Narada, the only cure is the dust from the lotus feet. You take the dust from the lotus feet and put my headache will fly away. And Krishna was groaning in pain. Oh, cannot tahan. Oh, then Narada was telling, okay, I'm going to get. Then he went around, asked everyone. Asked Lord Shiva, can you give me a lotus feet? Why? Put it on. Oh, no. Take my dust and put it on the head of Krishna. No, please. I don't go to hell. I don't have inka karma. No one gives. Narada got worried. That eventually he went to that gopis and asked the gopis, my dear gopis, Krishna is having a terrible headache. They say, oh, really? But he said there's only one medicine. And what is that? We are willing to give anything for him, even our life. He says the thing is only the dust of your lotus. Then they start to like this thing and take the dust and take. See, but it's the dust from your lotus feet, your kali, I'm going to put it on the head of Krishna. So what? But he said, no, but I'm willing to go to hell. I'm willing to rot in the hell for eternity. As long my dear Krishna is having a painless heat. As long as headache is over, I don't care. I'm willing to do anything. Take it and go. And that's when Narada Muni start to realize how advanced. All right. So that means these kind of advanced devotees are not for Mother Yasoda. Krishna is always his naughty boy. All right. He doesn't want to see. So like there's one story, when Krishna came back, and Arjuna, the relationship between Mother Yashoda and Krishna in the baby form is eternal. Right? He still runs after him. And it's his eternal pastime. Okay, it's a very long topic. Anyway, I come here. So they are immersed in pure love and they do not even know that Krishna is, this is what I'm saying. They do not know even Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. They don't even know that he's God. Okay. In their loving exchange, they forget that Krishna is Supreme Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam, he stated that the boys and who plays with Krishna are highly pious souls. And after many, many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. Therefore, Shukadev Goswami recites this verse. Okay. Shukadev Goswami recites this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 12, Text 11. Etang satang brahma sakanubhutya tashyam gatanang paradaivatena maya shritanang naradarakena sakang vijaru krutta punya punjaha. Here, the Supreme Person who is considered the impersonal Brahman by great sages, the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotees, and a product of material nature by ordinary men. Now, these boys who have performed many, many pious activities in their past lives are playing with that Supreme Personality of Godhead. How wonderful. That means, look here, the Supreme Person who calls it impersonal Brahman by great sages who say Krishna is God by sages. And sometimes the great devotee take him as a Supreme Personality. And the atheists who call him as what they call product of material nature. Okay. And now all these boys are playing with such person. Okay. So the fact is that the devotee is not concerned. The devotee is not concerned with seeing that Vishwarupa, the universal form, not concerned. And I think I'm not bothered. But Arjuna wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statement so that in the future, people could understand that Krishna is not a theoretical or philosophical presented himself as supreme. So in the future, people could understand that Krishna not only theoretical or philosophical presented himself as a supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the parampara system. Why? Because Arjuna is in the beginning of the parampara system. That's the idea, right? That's the idea. Because Krishna says, first formally I spoke to Vivaswan, the sun god. And through that Ikshvaku, the parampara. But after that it's broken. Now I'm re-establishing it again. Right? So Arjuna is the beginning of this parampara system. Those who are actually interested in understanding the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, and who follow the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself. That means it's not theoretically. That means all the while he's telling my opinions. I am this, I am that, I'm the might in a man, I'm the taste of the water, I am the sound of Omkara. Right? I am among the fish, I am what they call, I am a shark. Right? Among this, I am that, among that, I am this. Okay, among the what they call commander-in-chief, I am Skanda. So he say theoretically he's telling. But that means in other words, Krishna not only theoretically presenting himself, but actually reveal himself as the supreme. He himself revealing himself as the supreme person. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it, as we have already explained. Hari Om, that's it. Beautiful, wonderful session. So next week, we will continue with text 9. Time is already 9:20. Sorry for taking up some time. So that's the thing. So this is a chapter. I hope that you all still go back and read. The most important is what I suggest: read Prabhupada's translation word by word. Read Prabhupada's purport word by word. I always tell myself I don't have so much of intelligence to understand things through my limited mind, with my limited intelligence. Definitely I cannot perceive. But in Prabhupada's translation, Prabhupada actually summarized the entire understand, because it's amazing. Prabhupada is such a genius. That's why always read Prabhupada's purport word by word. Okay. Don't rush and read. Study. Okay, you study the Gita. That means at least you study one paragraph of Prabhupada's verse. You read Prabhupada, okay, with this verse, read at least one paragraph. Try to master that one paragraph. If Krishna willing, he will reveal the entire knowledge that we can relish. Okay. So with that, and of course today we had a sad news that Bhakta Dr. Dinesh, who is also our Srimad Bhagavatam speaker, and also who does this what they call what subject thematical studies. The mother yesterday passed away in KL, and today was his funeral. I mean, the mother's funeral. So as a gratitude, I believe that many devotees have already benefited, so much have benefited from his training, from his sharing. So what we can do here as a devotee, of course, we are always well-wisher. Okay, we always well-wish, we always the well-wisher to all the devotees. So what we can do is, why not we chant 3 times the Maha Mantra, and in our mind we offer that to the mother of Dinesh. Can we all do that? Right? So you all can unmute yourself. We chant 3 times. Then we just offer the prayer to her. Of course, Krishna is in the heart. Some of you will be wondering how she looks. Some of you will wondering what's the name. Doesn't matter. Krishna in the heart as Paramatma, he knows what to do. But the most important is our intention. Our intention is very important. Okay. So with that, let's chant Maha Mantra 3 times, and we end the session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Om Tat Sat. So please do not take time for granted. Don't take your sweet time. Right? Like today, something that wonderful is Dinesh became a devotee. Because of that, somehow or other the mother is saved. All the bhakti that you does, 7 generations backwards and 7 generations forward, all are liberated. So we as a job as Putra, Put means hell, Ra means deliverer. Okay, the lady is Putri. Mataji means Putri, the lady, the female, feminine form. So Put, hell, Ra means deliverer. So it's our duty to deliver our forefathers from hellish condition. Okay. At the same time, sometimes they say, "Oh, I'm going to release my forefather from hellish condition." That means he go back to God. No, it's not that. At least they will take a form among a devotee, and from there he can continue his bhakti. That eventually, maybe in 1 or 2 births, he can go back home, back to Godhead. Okay. Don't take things lightly. Jiva, Gunaran, I believe you are not chanting 3 times a day. How many times you are chanting? Unmute. Unmute yourself. How come I can't hear you? I can't hear you. Never mind. Put on the chat. You all can hear me, right?
Yes, Prabhu, I can hear you.
Okay. How many times you're chanting a day? Or how many rounds? I think I can't see him. I think he's frozen. Okay. Anyway. So I believe that you're not chanting 3 rounds. If at all next time we're going to watch back this recording, 3 times is not enough. I hope that you're chanting more. Please chant minimum 16 rounds because that is what recommended by the Acharya. Okay, Acharya have recommended 16 rounds a day. So we do 16 rounds. Okay. And of course, there's a reason for why 16 rounds, because it's only a quarter of the 64 rounds, which is recommended by Acharyas. Okay. So through that, I wish you all the best. Next week, Tuesday, Bhagavatam, I'll be doing the Bhagavatam class. Dinesh wants to take a break, so I will do the Bhagavatam class and continue on Thursday. I'll be doing this, what they call, Bhagavad Gita class. Okay. So there's a lot of Radha Yatra festival is coming up. If any festival near your house, don't miss that opportunity. Go and express yourself. Go there and don't simply raise your hand and pray. Raise your hand and start to dance in front of Lord Jagannath. And Lord Jagannath got a very big eyes. He loved to see people dancing in front of him. And he don't have ears, so he's not prepared to listen to any of your fault. If I go and tell, oh, this devotee, Jagannath says, I don't have ears, don't tell me. He only like to see big eyes. He got such a huge eyes to see all the wonderful things you're doing. And he got a very big, smiling face. He'll get excited to see people are performing bhakti. All right. So take the opportunity. Those are in Penang. I think there's a 3 festival. All right. One is in in Kulim. The second is in Todu. And the third is in Botanical. Okay. Make that opportunity. Those are in Malacca. I think 6th of this thing is in Malacca. So don't miss the opportunity. It's already holiday season started. Don't think, oh, I'm going to get wet in the rain and everything. Never mind. Go there and just drench yourself. Okay, not only in rain, but also in this Mahamantra. Till then, Vancha Kalpatarubhescha, Kripa Sindhubevacha, Patitanam Pavinebhyo, Vaishnave Bhayo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Gaura Premanandi.